So hey there, this is me Akshay and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks. In the previous videos, we have already learned about many things in MySQL, and in this video, I'll be telling you about the update and delete statements in MySQL. Okay, so we have already learned how to insert data inside a database, or how do you create a database, how do you create a table, how do you create give constraints inside that table, and how do you insert inside that particular table. So okay, so let me open MySQL command line. Okay, and this is our command line. Wait a minute, let me increase the font size. Okay, so this is the MySQL command line in which we are working on. Okay, so let me first show you what was the command to show all the databases, so you may remember it. So first we'll run show databases. Okay, then we created a database whose name was GFG, so I'm going to use that. So wait a minute. So use GFG, database is now changed. Okay, then after that, the command for showing all the tables, that is show tables. So yeah, these were all the tables that we created earlier, and the command which was used to show the description of a table, like, so that was desk command. So desk, let me get the description of employee. Okay, so this was one of the tables that we previously created in this particular database, GFG. And in a similar manner, you can create multiple tables. And what was that? Syntax of creating a table, I'm going to show you after a few minutes. Okay, so in this video we are working on update statement, right? So what is update statement? Update statement is used to modify the existing record in a table. Like, let me first show you the contents of this table. So the contents of this table will be shown by the select asterisk from table name, right? So select asterisk from employee. This was the content of this particular table. Okay, then through the update command, we can update a certain value. Like, so what if I want to update the name of the record whose E number is 4. Okay, and I want to set it as XYZ. Let's take a random example. Okay, so after, if you want to do this, so what you gotta do is, the basic syntax of update statement is select, just a minute, okay, update table, then there is table name. Okay, then after that you have to use the set keyword. So set column name, let's say column 1. Okay, then is equal to value 1. Then in a similar manner, you can give as many as columns, different names or different values as you want. Okay, so like column 2 value 2, and in a similar manner you can do any number of columns that you want. Then after that you have to give a where condition. So in the where condition, I'll give a condition. Okay, so in the similar manner you can update the records inside a table. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of update command. Okay, now we'll create another table. Okay, and we'll update the data inside that particular table. So let me first use the create command to create table. So for that I'll use create table, and the table name will be, the table name should be unique, right? So let's take the table name as school. Okay, then in this particular table there will be let's say 6 columns. Okay, so the first column name will be number. Every single individual which belongs to a particular school is given a number, right? Like the roll numbers, or you can say the teacher IDs, everything, every single person is given a number. So we have given number over here. Let's write n only because it will be easier for us to access this after when we are running a query. Okay, so the data type will be integer and the length will be 20. Let's okay. Then the second column will be name. Then the data type will be character and the length will be 50. Some names can be pretty long, right? So and then I'm gonna write down state in which they live, and in the state I'll give character and the length will be 30. Okay, then there will be another column that is country, whose type will be character and the length will be 40. Then there will be two more columns inside this table. Let's say the phone number and the data type will be what? Integer, right? So let's say 15. 15 is enough for any phone number. Okay, that's why we are using 15. Okay, then after that I'm gonna add another column that is age. Age data type will be integer and the length will be 4 characters. Okay, it's not gonna be longer than 4 characters, right? Or 4 integers, right? So yeah, this is the basic structure that we are creating. There is a problem over here. I have not provided any constraints inside this table. So I'll push an error over here and I'll write the whole syntax of this table so that I may add more constraints to this table and we'll be able to work on those constraints. Okay, so see, this pushes an error because I didn't complete the okay, wait a minute. So this pushes an error. Yeah. Now let us write the same syntax again and I'm gonna add more things inside this uh, table, right? So I'm gonna add primary key over here. Okay. Then after that, I'll take the name one. Okay. So the name should be not be null. Okay. Then after that, uh, there will be state. Where is the state? State. Then there will be country. Then there will be phone, and yeah. Then there will be age. And I'm gonna close this bracket now, and I'll press enter so to create this table. Okay, so this table is now created, and to show you the description of this table, I'll use the desc command. Okay, so for that, I'll use desc. The table name was school, right? Desk school. So this is the description of this whole table. And as you can see, there is primary key inside the first field that we provided, that is number. And in the second field, the not null constraints is applied over here. And we have not used the unique constraints over here that I have taught you in the previous video, but it's really important to use that constraint as well. There was no use in this particular table, and that's why I didn't use it. Okay, so let us try to update insert record inside this table. So for that, I'll use the insert command. Okay, insert into cool, and for the record, I'll insert values directly. Values, and the number will be 1. The name will be let's say A. Then the state will be let's say MP. Okay, then the country will be India, and the phone number will be let me input random digits 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, then the age should be let's say 25. Then I'll close this bracket and I'll insert this row uh, out of range values for phone number. Okay, so that's how we insert data inside a particular table. Okay, now I'm gonna insert some more rows so that we may work on this data. Let's say the name is B and then the state is UP, then the country will be India only, and the phone number I'll change a single number, that will be 4, and for the age I'll put 23 and I'll press enter. Okay, so that's how we insert data inside a table. Yeah, so this was how we inserted the data inside this table. Now let me show you, let me insert one more row inside this particular table, and for that I'll reuse the previous syntax and I'll write C over here. Let's say I've written D over here. Okay, then I've given MP and the India is same, and for the 3 I'll give 6, and for the age I'll give 20, and I've inserted this row. Now I want to use the update statement to update the name of the student, or you can say the record, whose value is whose number is 3. So let me show you what are all the records. So for that I'll use select asterisk from school and I'll press enter. So these are all the records that we just inserted inside this particular table, and I want to change the name of the record whose number is 3. So for that I'll use the update statement command. So for that, update table school, it was given in the syntax, right? So the syntax was update table name. Just a minute, the table should not be present over here. Okay, so update table school, and after that you have to write set name, wait a minute, name is equal to, let's say, C, and then I'll have to give the condition. So in the condition I'll give where number is equal to 3. Okay, so this is a basic query to change the particular record. Okay, so this query is now affected, and if we try to show the database again, so as you can see the name is updated over here. Okay, now if we want to change multiple things at the same time, so for what will we have to do for that? So let's say I want to change the name. Okay, update school, then set name is equal to C. Let's say I want to set it to E, and another thing that I want to change is the country. Okay, so for the country I'll set, let's say, US. Okay, then after that I'll give the same condition, like where the number is 3. Okay, so this is the basic condition, and I'm gonna press enter to change two values of this particular row whose number was 3. So let me show you the table again. So as you can see, the country is already changed and the name is already changed to E. So this is done by using this query. So we can change any number of columns values at the same time without any problem. Okay, now what will happen if I omit this where statement? Like I've given a condition over here in the where, right? So I'm going to use another query, that is update school, and I'll set country is equal to India. Okay, and I'll press a semicolon at the end. Now what will this statement do? Because we have not provided any condition. We have not specified which rows country you have to change or which records you want to change. So what will happen if we try to run this statement? Now, as you can see, it is run perfectly, right? So what does this statement do? Let us show the table so you may know the difference. So guys, as you can see, we have not provided any condition over here, but the country name of this last record is changed to India. Now what if I try to change it to something else, like update school, set country is equal to US. Okay, then I'll press enter. So this is also changed. Then I'll show you the table again. So by all these two statements that we just ran on this, by these two queries that we just ran on this particular table, you may understand that if we don't provide a condition at the end of the update statement, the whole tables, all the records inside the table are changed. Okay. Now for the delete statement, the next thing is our delete statement that you're gonna learn about in this particular video. So delete statement is used to delete the data inside a particular record of a table. Okay. So let me insert some more rows so that I may be able to use the delete statement. So I'll use the insert command that we used previously. Okay. I'll write 4 over here and I'll write let's say G over here, MP India, then I'll write 2 over here, or let's say 5 over here. Okay, then I'll state the age to let's say 19, and I'll insert this row. Okay, then I'll change the name to 5 and the name to H. MP India should remain the same, and let's update this number to 8 and 16. Okay, then another row, I'll change the number to 8 and name to R. Let's say Delhi. Okay, then I'll change the number to 2 and change the age to 23, and I'll insert this row. So we inserted 3 more rows inside this database. Now I'm going to show you the description of this database by using the select command, or showing all the rows of the this particular table by using the select command. Okay, so I'll use select asterisk from school and I'll press enter. So this is our whole database right now, and there are 6 rows total, and the basic syntax of delete statement is, let me write down, delete from table name where condition. Okay, this is the basic syntax of the delete command, and as soon as I press enter, it's going to show an error because it is just in syntax. Okay, so if we want to delete a particular row, like the 4th one, so what can we do? So we can use the command delete from school where number is equal to 4, and I'll put a semicolon over here, and we can provide 2 or more conditions as well in this particular database. Like if you want to delete the data where the state is MP and the country is US. Okay, so for that you have to provide 2 conditions in the where clause. Like you can write down where the state is equal to MP and the country is equal to US. And what will that particular query do? It will delete all the records which will follow these conditions. Okay, so it's pretty easy for you to delete the tables inside a particular table by using the delete statement. And as soon as I press enter, this row is now deleted, and I'll show you the table so that you may know that it is deleted or not. So as you can see, the 4th row was deleted just now by using the delete statement command. So the syntax was delete from table name where condition, and this is how we deleted a particular row whose number was 4. Now there is another thing. Okay, so yeah, if we don't provide a condition after the delete statement, what will happen? Just like uh, in the update statement, we also checked, right, that we tried to run the command without any particular where clause. So what does this statement do? In a similar manner, the same thing happens in delete statement as well. And if we don't provide a condition, it's going to delete all of the content. So as you can see, it shows an empty set because there are no rows present inside this whole table, and we just deleted the whole record. Okay. Now there's another thing that I'm going to show you in this video only. And for that, I'll have to insert multiple rows. Okay. Wait. So this, I'm gonna quickly insert those rows again. Okay. Yeah. Then this one. Okay. So 6 rows are now inserted in the inside this table, and I'll show you the table. Okay. So this is our table, and these are all the rows that I just inserted by quickly using my previous commands. And you can, in a similar manner, you can use your previous command by you navigating through the upper and lower keys of your keyboard, and it is very useful while you're working because you don't have to write these commands again and again. Okay, so yeah, now there is another thing, that is the MySQL limit command. Okay, so this command is used to select the top rows of a particular database. What is the basic syntax? So the basic syntax is select asterisk from table name, then you have to give in the asterisks you can provide the column names. Okay, then here you have to give the table name of your table, and then you have to provide a where condition, uh, just like we have done in the previous query. And after that you have to write down limit, and after the limit you have to provide a number. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of limiting or using the or showing the top rows of a particular table, right? So yeah, this is the basic syntax of MySQL limit commands. Okay, and this statement is used to select the top rows of a particular table. So let me first show you the whole table by using the select command that we just created. Select aspects from school. Okay, so this is the whole table that we just created, and whatever I want to show that top 3 rows of this particular table. So for that I'll use the this MySQL limit command. Okay, so I'll write select asterisk from school. Okay, then I won't provide a where condition. I'll just write down limit write 3. Okay, so this command shows us the top 3 rows of our database, that are A, B, and D. Okay, now we can also provide a where condition over here, like where let's say state, wait a minute, is equal to MP, then the limit is 3. If you want 3 rows, we can provide 3 over here, and if we want 4 rows, we can provide 4 over here. So I want 4 rows, so I'll provide 4 over here and I'll press enter. So as you can see, it is showing all the records whose state was empty, and these were the top 4 rows that had state as empty, MP. Okay, then what if I provide a limit of 3 in this particular statement, just like we have done in the previous statement, right? So if I write 3, then the top 3 rows will be uh, present in the output. Now, where is this statement used? So, like in these videos, we are creating only a small, very small amount of database, and we are working on 2 or 3 rows. Hardly at most we are working on 10 rows. But when you're working on real life databases, there will be huge amount of data. Like there will be thousands of millions of rows, and you have to apply search operations. You have to update those things. So while we're working on that much amount of data, if you want to get the general idea of a data, so for that you can use these commands, the MySQL limit command, to get a glimpse of the data, or you can say the top 3 rows through which you can judge like these rows, these many columns are present inside this table, and this is the kind of data that is inserted inside this whole table. Like there is a huge table of hundreds of columns, and you can't check every single row after you while using the select command, right? So for taking a peek at the data, we use the uh, MySQL limit command. Okay, so I guess that is it for this video, guys. I have already explained you about the update statement as well as the delete statement command, and I've also explained you about the MySQL limit command that is used to show the top 3 rows or top number of rows that are present inside the data. Okay, now let me show you another thing. Okay, so this is the official website of Geeks4Geeks, and through here you can buy multiple courses if you want, and after signing up you can view multiple courses. Like what if I want the MySQL course, SQL placement course. Okay, so as you can see, there is a lot of data available over here. You can learn from here, and you can also get the source code of multiple things from here. Okay, and if you want one-to-one attention from our mentors, you can also check out. You just have to search like this. Okay, and in this website you can search for any course that you want. Like if you are having multiple doubts in SQL, you can either comment inside this particular video, or you can search over here and you can buy this course, the SQL Foundation Self-Placed course. And after buying this course, you'll be able to access all the content inside this particular course, and you can also use promo codes over here. That is the coders hub code, and you will get a discount. Okay, so if you are having any doubt, you can comment inside this particular video. I've already told you about that. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.